I had, Sarah, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Here I am to take you away. And she didn't go for it. But it did sort of bridge a gap because there was some positive feedback. Not as much as I was anticipating, but it was there was an undercurrent there that I picked up on. And it was just the opportunity to I think, kind of hang out with our friends. And that's really what Sarah was looking for, which I really did appreciate.
From the time that we talked at Barnes on, we took things very slowly. I wanted to just make sure we were very careful, and he did too. We were very careful. I think it was 3 months after he took me to Barnes & Noble that I would actually, that we would hug anyway, but side hug. And 6 months from that time, or 3 more months later, until we would hold hands, which I was, just so sure that everything in a relationship was spirit-led, and that he would, the first time he held my hand, it would be the Lord, a strong conviction of the Lord upon him, that it was time to hold my hand. And I don't know, it was a learning time and a growing time for both of us. But our whole relationship, we just took very slowly. And there was just a point where we've been together for so long, we just said, you know what? Let's just not kiss until we get married, because we just, made it this far, and it's how much it became, Joe's mom likes to say, how much can we save? Towards the end of my time at IHOP, I think we just started to get antsy and feel like it was just time to tie the knot. So I came home in May, and pretty much the whole summer went by, and I was just kind of waiting patiently. Different things came up where I understood, this isn't the best timing, but I was getting a little impatient.
And I bought my ring from Craigos, and it sat there for like a couple months. I think those ladies were thinking, what is this guy waiting for? Get on the ball. But we actually we spent the summer doing our thing, and Sarah's getting antsy to get engaged, and I'm getting antsy because I know this is why she came home. I'm ready to rock here, and but I didn't know how I was going to propose to her. I was just stunned. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, here we are. I've got the ring, but I don't know what to do. So, I don't know. I got her hopes up one night and kind of made her nervous. We went out to get a nice dinner, but, that was more of a fake out than anything. But what I had in mind, finally, I really believe the Lord just reminded me of this time when I was in Colorado in 2004, of this proposal idea where I would take Sarah on a walk. And I would walk her around to these different stations, tables, where at each one I would express my love to her in a different way. And it would incorporate communion and the cross and scripture being read over her. And all of those ideas just started to build. And I was just like, all right, I'm ready to do it now. The Lord just reminded me of that. So I went with it. I enlisted my family, and we came actually to this location, 1209 State, cleaned it out. The big room where we'd been meeting for a little bit, having prayer meetings. We just cleaned it out, and we just I put them to work on one Saturday, and they just went nuts. They bought all these tablecloths and candles, and Erica brought stuff from her house and just made it absolutely beautiful. The following day, right after Aaron Mueller's graduation party, we made our way down here, and I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, I need you to do a fake phone call for me. Just call me, tell me you've left the generator on downtown, and Sarah and I will come down there. That'll be it. So sure enough, he does that. But just prior to, I had to tell Sarah, hey, we got to go downtown and turn off some lights or the generator or whatever. So it took me a lot of courage to do that because I was so nervous. I'm like, all right, I'm about to propose to Sarah. So I take one deep breath. I walk up to her and I go, Sarah, my dad left the generator on downtown and we need to go down and turn it off. Is that okay with you? Will you come down with me? She says, yes. I'm still on one breath. And I say, okay. And I walk away. And right when I walked away, I go, and I just take this like deep breath in. I was just the most nervous I've ever been in my life.
I remember the day that he proposed, we were at my brother Aaron's graduation party. I was completely clueless. I didn't think something else big would happen the same day. So now looking back, I feel like, how didn't I not pick up on stuff? I don't know how I didn't, but I didn't. He told me that his dad needed him to turn something off downtown. And so I was like, all right, whatever, nothing out of the ordinary to hear. So we came, and I said I wanted to stay in the car, and just somehow decided to go inside. And we came in, and I was just clueless, absolutely clueless up to this point. And as soon as I saw everything, I knew. How could you not know? But I knew. And I don't know, just this emotion came over me. I felt like I'd been waiting a long time, and just, it was timely. It was, I don't know if I can express the emotion that I felt, but it was just so precious. I just cried and laughed, and it was, it just felt perfect, and not in a, nothing cheesy about it. It felt like the Lord met us that day, that he was here with us, and I just felt so honored. What Joe had done was taken tea light candles and lit a little path around the first floor of the store. And this had, in a manner similar to what I like to do, just crafted these little things that he framed, just with prayers and verses and just things from his heart and from the Lord's heart for me, that we went around and read together. And he concluded it just by honoring me and praying Proverbs 31, the passage about the virtuous woman, praying that over me, and proposed. And he knows how much family means. So after all that, he let our families in the back, and they partied with us. And it was just a day like no other. I really don't have a memory of a day like that in my life, ever. It was like an overwhelming sense of the Lord's love. Like I don't think I can compare it to anything else. It was awesome.
I'm still learning what love is. Every day I wake up in your arms. I'm still trying to figure out what works. How to set